Do you remember me? I feel like I'm like barely posting any content this month. I'm so sorry. This is the first week that I'm like of the entire month that I'm feeling like I'm getting back on top of my crap and I'm feeling okay and I'm ready to tackle life again. So hopefully I'm gonna be back to regularly scheduled programming here, at least a couple of videos a week again instead of one every like 7 to 10 days. So today I'm going to be introducing you to the 10 new plants that have entered my collection over the past couple of weeks. I am so excited about all of these plants. I even got some wishlist Hoya, including my top wishlist Hoya for 2024. I'm still so mind blown. Like, I can't even believe that I have these plants in my collection right now. It is so just insane to me. And these Hoya were actually gifted to me by a viewer, which is like the most generous, kind thing ever. And she sent it to me when I was like in the worst days of my head cold is when these plants arrived. So it was such a nice kind of pick me up. I got them all settled in. They seem to be doing great. And yeah, I can't wait to show all of those to you. And then the second, and I would have loved to do unboxings for these, but they both arrived like the week that I was very, very unwell and was definitely not in any type of shape to be filming. But the second package that I got is from Cartel Down. They asked to send me a few anthurium and I of course said yes. And they're actually settling in really well. So maybe it is kind of nice to be doing this video after they've all kind of been in my care for a couple of weeks so that I can kind of just, I don't know, let you know how it's gone and how they're doing. So I'm gonna start with the Hoya. Like I said, these were sent to me by a very just kind, generous, and supportive viewer. And yeah, my jaw was on the floor when I was opening this package. I did not know what was going to be in this package, but I was just shook. I feel like she literally nailed it. Like, this is a dream Hoya package for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab them at random and show them to you. So the first one that she sent me is the Hoya Silver Dollar, which is this gorgeous, really thick leafed silver Hoya. Like, this is definitely a Hoya that has like the cardboard feeling leaves. It's very satisfying how thick it is. And this came to me as a 4-leaf cutting. I decided to cut that in half to create two 2-leaf cuttings, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I just do that sometimes to make it easier. I don't know, in my brain I'm like, oh, then I have 2 chances and then maybe it's easier for them to root. So I like to do that sometimes when I get cuttings, is to cut them in half. I'm glad that I did though, because it seems to be loving life. It has been in, I've had this for I think less than 2 weeks now, and I put it in sphagnum moss when it arrived, and I already have roots, which is so crazy. When I saw these, I got so excited. There's more roots right here. It is clearly happy, clearly loving life. This is just on my Visto shelf under Barina Lights. And oh my goodness, there's more roots there too. There's a little one. Now, to be honest, this was not a Hoya that I really was even aware of. Like, this was not on my radar, but I received it and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is stunning. And I looked up photos on Instagram and I was like, wow, I am so glad that I have this Hoya, because it is just it's a very me Hoya. It's very up my alley. And yeah, it's stunning, like beautiful, beautiful specimen. I'm so excited to get new growth on this. And I can't believe that it's already rooting and already just doing awesome. That is so, so cool. I did water these through with Kelpie. So I don't know if that's helping them root fast, but I feel like this is like pretty fast to have multiple roots on these cuttings already, at least for just being in room humidity too, just under Barinas. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, that's the first one, Hoya Silver Dollar. I am so excited. Okay, the next one is Hoya Elliptica, which is this stunning, it almost has like a turtle shell kind of looking leaf, if you can see that. They're like oval, but they have these really pretty veins that kind of make this pattern. This one came to me already established. There's lots of roots in here. This is in a potting mix. So this one is like ready to go. It's like a little established plant already. But this is so crazy that she sent this to me because this Hoya was on my wish list like a long time ago. This was one that I was actively looking for, and for some reason I just wasn't finding it. Like I remember seeing it, I think like Plant Haven Toronto used to have it, a few different shops used to have it regularly, and I never bought it then. And then once I saw how cool the blooms were, I started actively looking for it and I really wanted it. But then of course they were nowhere to be found, and I feel like that's something that always happens to me with plants. Like I don't get them when I see them, and then I like develop an obsession with them months or even years later, and then they're nowhere to be found. But yeah, that's kind of what happened with this one. So it is so crazy that I have it now. So yeah, these have the blooms that look like little molars. I love when Hoyas have that type of bloom. I'm pretty sure that this is like an easy, vigorous grower as well. I just thought it was so crazy that she sent this to me when I feel like this is not one that I've like really talked about a lot or anything. I don't know. It just like, it's just so cool that this is one that I actually really wanted. And yeah, she sent it to me. So that's just like amazing. This one is also living on my Vitro shelf under Barina lights. Again, seems like it is settling in just fine. Can't wait to see it start growing for me and hopefully one day eventually bloom for me. Okay, the next one, I was literally in shock when I unwrapped it. Not only because this is one that is on my wish list, I've really been keeping my eyes peeled for it, but not only that, but it is like a literal established plant. Like, look at the size of this thing. This is like a full freaking Hoya. Like, are you joking me? Oh my gosh, I still can't believe it. Like, and it's beautiful. Like, so freaking healthy and gorgeous. And yeah, I'm shook. So this is Hoya Vanviengiensis? I don't know how the heck you're supposed to say that name. I should figure it out. But this is one that I've been wanting. I think that I saw Not Dude post this like a long time ago. And his looked so stunning. So it went on my wish list after that. I just love the like ripples. Like look at the texture of that. Or I guess not the texture, but like the veining. Like the leaf is just so insane, and it is also fuzzy, you guys, like especially on the bottom. It's fuzzy, so it's just so pretty, and it's like a dark green. It's kind of shiny, like oh my gosh, it is so gorgeous. I cannot even emphasize like how beautiful this Hoya is in person. So pretty, look at that. The leaves, oh my gosh, I just love it so much. And I also just noticed that I have some baby leaves coming in. How cute is that? Do you see that? It's like behind the trellis. I'm gonna try to gently get it out because I don't want it to get damaged growing against that. There we go. How cute, 2 baby leaves coming in. Oh my gosh. Again, this one is living just under my Barina lights, just in room humidity, and it seems to be very happy. It's settled in so well. Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe that I have this and that it's like already an established plant. That is just so wild to me. So yeah, really exciting one. I would say I can't wait to see it grow, but it's literally already growing and it's like already a plant, so that's amazing. Obviously I'll be repotting this one day, but yeah, just such an exciting one. Okay, the next one has been on my wish list for literally years. I think that this plant was kind of on everybody's wish list, and I just never ended up getting one because they were so expensive. The price has come down now, but they still are an expensive Hoya. So yeah, I can't believe that I have this now, and it is the Hoya Argentea Princess, which is like, when I unwrap this, seeing this plant in person for the first time, it is just like unbelievably beautiful. The mintiness, like, oh my gosh, it truly is a very magical, whimsical looking plant. I immediately went and showed my boyfriend. I was like, look at this Hoya. look at this freaking Hoya. And he didn't really care, so that's why I'm showing it to you right now. Because you guys will care. Like, this is stunning. It's so crazy. To me, this plant looks like a silver crimson queen, or sorry, crimson princess, I guess. It's just so cool with these muted tones. I think it's so stunning. Now, I have heard that these revert easily, so I'm really crossing my fingers to get some nice new growth on this. I don't even know if it's rooted because it has this stupid, oh, maybe I can take off this label. Let's do that. Let's take a little peek. Don't see any roots, but I'm sure I will soon since the foliage looks healthy. I'm sure that it either has small roots that it's already working on and they just haven't reached the edge yet, or it is going to push out roots very soon. Yeah, the leaves are like rigid, so I'm not worried about it. I think that it's healthy. But yeah, I'm so excited for this one to start growing for me. Like, how crazy is that I have this now in my collection? That is just so cool. I love this one so much. Oh, and it's a bit fuzzy as well. Y'all know I love a fuzzy Hoya. Okay, the next one is another one that I wasn't really familiar with when I received it, but it's clearly stunning, and I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, how have I not like heard of this Hoya before? It's so pretty. So this is Hoya Lima Silver, and this is what it looks like. Oh, my lettuce grow is watering, if you can hear like a fountain sound in the background. But it has these gorgeous kind of, this reminds me a lot of Hoya Mathilde. Like, it looks like a silver Hoya Mathilde. I think that the leaves are thinner on this. At least mine feel thin. I don't know if that's just because mine is a cutting that's trying to root, but it's so pretty. I honestly don't even know what the blooms look like on this. I'll have to look them up and pop them on the screen. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this grow. Y'all know that I love a silver Hoya. I also love a small leafed Hoya. So yeah, this is just so dainty and cute. And this one is currently living in my Millsbo tall greenhouse cabinet, like right up close to the grow light so that I can promote rooting, because this one just seemed a couple of them seemed like they were not very happy with their travels. So I popped those ones into the greenhouse cabinet in hopes that the higher humidity would kind of give them a boost. So I'm hoping that this is going to root soon, but it does feel a little thin. I think it's gonna be fine. I think if it wasn't gonna be fine, I would have lost these leaves already. But like the lower ones are pretty firm. It's definitely struggled more than some of the other ones. So let's cross our fingers for this one. But yeah, she's so stinking cute. Really just hoping she roots up for me soon. You can do it, girl. Okay, the next one is another one that was on my wish list. It's not the top one that's on my wish list. I'll show that to you next, but this was like very near the top of my wish list. I really wanted this one, and it is the Hoya Hypolasia. Oh my gosh, like look at that. It is just so cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the like texture of these leaves is literally insane. Not only does it have this cool kind of like texture veining situation, but it's also fuzzy. Oh my gosh, yeah, it is just, these leaves are just, they really do something for me. I really love them. So yeah, this was the other one that did not seem super happy with its travels. So I think I again chopped this into two, did I? I think I did. I think this is two separate cuttings with 2 leaves each, and put this into my Millsbo tall greenhouse cabinet, and I'm just watching it like a hawk. It's pretty close to the light, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get roots soon. Again, the leaves are, well, actually they're hardening. They're hardening up pretty nicely. They were a little bit, oh, this one is a little bit floppy on this cutting, but we have 2 cuttings, so no need to worry about anything. I'm definitely just dying to see this root and dying to get it all potted up so that it can start growing for me, because I'm just literally obsessed with it. So yeah, can't believe that I have this. It's so stunning, just like an absolute dream Hoya. So yeah, Hoya hypalasia. So cool. Okay, so the next one is the Hoya that was at the very top of my wish list. Still cannot believe that I have this. I am so freaking excited. It is the Hoya sulawesiana. So this is a Hoya that I just watered these today, by the way, if you can see them dripping. But this is a Hoya that I wanted mostly for the blooms, but I also love the foliage. Like, it has these slender, like really textured, almost like leathery looking leaves, and they're dark as well. It is such a cool plant. This one arrived to me in potting mix, like as a little established plant already too, which I'm so grateful for because it's settled in, it's doing so well. I actually think that this is a new leaf. Either this was like coming out when this arrived to me, or I don't know, but I just noticed this morning when I was watering and it's like softer. I'm like, was that there before? I didn't take any photos when these arrived because I was not well, but that might be new. I'm not sure. Either way, this plant is doing amazing. The leaves are rigid. It's like super healthy. This is just living out on the Vitcho shelf under Barina lights, and it's loving its life. So yeah, the blooms on this are like my dream Hoya blooms. So I can't wait to grow this out, and hopefully it will bloom for me one day. That would just be so cool. Yeah, I just can't believe I have this. I can't believe someone was just so generous to send this to me. It honestly just, yeah, it's so nice. So yeah, Hoya sulawesiana, she's doing amazing. Yeah, so many incredible Hoya. I'm sure that you can see why I'm just so in shock that I have all of these in my collection now. Like, it's crazy. They're all just like insane Hoya. Thank you so much, Sierra. That was so freaking nice of you to send that over, and it totally perked me up when I really needed it. Okay, so next we're moving on to my anthurium. So I have 3 of them. These were, like I said, sent to me by Cartel Down. I've received plants from them a few times now, and some of my anthurium that I've received from them are like my all-time favorites, like my Goliath Forgetti is like literally one of my all-time favorite anthuriums. So I'm always just keen to try out their hybrids that they send over. So I obviously received these, unboxed them, and I immediately potted them into sphagnum moss and popped them into my Millsbow wide cabinets. And again, I've been watering them with the Kelpie plant food that I've been trying out. I think that it's similar to Super Thrive, so I thought, you know, I'm gonna use that for my new plants that are settling in. The thing that I really like about Cartel Down is that even though they're located in Indonesia, they're growing these incredible plants in their nursery there. They have shipping partners in different countries, so you don't need an import permit. So the shipping partner who are already located in Canada are shipping these directly to me. So I don't have to deal with any of that, you know, annoying paperwork and stuff. So I am a really big fan of their business model, how they do that. So the first one that I got, these are obviously all young plants as well. So it's going to be kind of fun to watch all of their traits come in as they start getting older. But the first one that I got is a Forgetti and Fort Sherman hybrid. And this one looks the most like textured out of the 3 that I received. It looks really pretty. Not really much for veining, which I kind of like anthurium that don't have prominent. I like both, honestly. Like, I like some that have really nice veining, but then I also like when it's just very minimal. But yeah, I'm really curious to know what this is gonna look like. Is it gonna take on more of a Forgetti shape as it gets older? I don't know, but it's always kind of fun to watch and find out. So this one has been settling in really well. I don't see any new root growth, but I have this pretty close to a grow light again, just so that it can get itself established. It looked good on arrival, and I'm honestly very impressed with how well it's settling in. Like, yeah, they look really good. I've had these now for probably like 10 days at this point, and they look like they're doing great. So yeah, that's the first one. Super stunning. And exciting news here. Cartel Down now sends the labels with the plant already on there. So you know which plant is which I really appreciate. the people spoke and they listened. So yeah, that's the first little cutie. Okay, next we have the smallest one here. And this one is a Pap and Forgetii hybridized with Dark Phoenix. And this is what it's looking like right now. Again, it's very young, but it just looks so healthy. Like I feel like I sometimes have trouble. I mean, y'all have seen my last shipment did not go great of these anthurium, but I feel like these ones are off to a really great start. Like they look healthy and I'm so thankful for that. I can't wait to watch them grow. I'll show you what that leaf looks like regular side up. Whoop. Really cute. I feel like this one is the darkest, like the most kind of like blue looking. It's really hard to kind of appreciate them when they're this small, but I do like to show y'all and to document because it's fun to look back on. Anthurium are really fun to look back on because they change so much. So yeah, that's this one. Again, living in the Millsbo wide cabinet. All of these have been living in there and they are gonna stay in there until I see some new roots. They're probably actually gonna stay in there for a while. I get very nervous to take anthurium out of cabinets when they've been living in cabinets. So this is the last one. This is also the biggest one. And this is a Blue Pap and Fort Sherman hybrid. And this one looks really pretty. I'm very keen to see this grow. So it looks like this is the newest leaf here. This one was fresh when it arrived and I was honestly thinking it wasn't gonna make it, but it did. It hardened off. It looks like it got maybe a little wonky, but not bad at all. There's another decent sized one to show you. Looks pretty elongated. Like, that's so gorgina. And look at the back with the like pink veins. I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera, but it has really pretty like pink veination on the back. So pretty. I am very curious to see what this is going to look like as it continues to grow up and settle in and everything. This one's doing great. Like no issues with any of these so far, which is really nice. These are some of the old roots that you can see on the outside there. I don't think that it's put out new roots yet, but I wouldn't expect it to. Like it's only been, it hasn't been that long. Like it hasn't been much over a week. Like I'd guess around 10 days since I got these. So they are very much still settling in, but like, look, you can already tell it's gonna be pretty. Like you can already tell. So I will be so excited when I get leaves grown in my own care. It's gonna be really fun to watch these. So yeah, that's it. That's all of the plants that I have been absolutely spoiled with over the past 2 weeks. So excited to have all of these in my collection. So excited to just continue to get them settled. We'll eventually, you know, pot them up into more permanent setups and everything. And yeah, I'm so excited. And I've just been dying to share them with you and show them all off to you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you are doing well. I actually have another very exciting plant to show you that I decided not to include in this video. I decided to give it its own video because it just kind of needs its own video. You'll understand when you see, if you've been following me for a while. You will know which plant is like my ultimate plant that I've been wanting for many years. You're gonna see a video on that soon. I'm getting back into the swing of things over here, which is very nice. So yeah, back to hopefully regularly scheduled programming from here on out. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you watching. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments and I will see you in the next one. Bye.